Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to another episode of Steva Jay's playlist. Our featured island is St. Vincent, also known as St. Vincent and the Grenadines. For those of us who aren't aware, St. Vincent and the Grenadines is a chain of little islands consisting of 32 islands inclusive of St. Vincent. St. Vincent is the mainland. Later on in the show, we will have someone from the island of St. Vincent giving us a little insights on St. Vincent and culture, okay? So St. Vincent is 150.2 square miles. St. Vincent has a population of 111,738 individuals. The language is English. The national dish is roasted breadfruit and fried jackfish. The currency would be Eastern Caribbean dollars. Okay, so the St. Vincent national flag consists of 3 columns. Each column is a different color. So we have blue, gold, and green. So in the center, which is the gold, there are 3 diamonds which are placed strategically to shape the letter V for St. Vincent. Steva Jay's playlist is powered by DS Imaging for all your marketing and multimedia solutions. We are all the team you need. DS Imaging can help you with audio ads. So if you need any voices for voiceovers, for advertising, that sort of stuff. If you're not able to, if you know you want an advertisement, but you're not sure as to how you want this done, you can contact DS Imaging and they will show you or let you know what is possible. Okay, so you can go ahead and contact DS Imaging at 486-7232, or you can go ahead and give them a follow on Instagram. That would be DS Imaging, SLU. And they will be able to, one of their representatives over there will be able to assist you. Okay, so my favorite soca track from Vinci. Back in the day, there was a bit of a controversy surrounding this tune, but we are so grateful that was sorted out because it would have been a sin to deprive the world of this greatness. So I give you Problem Child and Doneo Party Hard.
Yes, I. Smina. Doneo. Lord of mercy. Look. Doneo. All right. Smina.
You are now listening to Steva Jay's playlist.
Pull up in a me Chris Cal, in front the club like a big star. In a me Louis Vuitton and me G-Star. Hide your wife, your daughters and your sisters. Why? Everybody get your hands up. Money can't done, get your hands up. Why? Any carnival, festival, fete, forever, I'm a party animal, so
me I go party hard. You know me I go party hard. Me want party hard. Let's see a party hard. Me I go party hard. You know me I go party hard. Me want to party hard. Let's see me now party hard. On the way to the Raven, and them can't wait for Raven. I'm in the back of the line with juice and I'm back in blatant. I'm lean, just a bit tipsy, but I ain't complaining. Outside the club, the line looks thick and the girls are gazing. So this line is a long thing, I hope it don't take all night. Can't wait till I get inside. Wanna rave to the morning light. We getting down, finally I see ravers getting down. And these days got my tune on, and now I wanna get my groove on. So I wanna party hard. You see me want party hard. Me I got party hard. I see me now party hard. Me I got party hard. I see me now party hard. See me now zum party hard. Zum I see me now party hard. So hard.
Watch out and Henny mix. By the buckle we not take no petty sips. And the place pack up with so many chicks. The DJ a fling long some heavy mix. Ladies booty shaking, dance floor shaking like it earthquaking. Whoa, niggas still faking. We too real for them, so the haters hating. Whoa, but still get your hands up, money in your pocket.
You are now listening to Steva Jay's playlist. Only the biggest and hottest tunes.
So she grab me by my jacket and cock it up, so whoa. Me only live up, so don't mean to rush you, but me ready to touch you. But until the end, me I go party hard. You know me I go party hard.
So the soca tracks that are making the rounds and mashing up the place are up next. You are now listening to Steva Jay's playlist. Okay, so this artist here goes by the name of Adam O. He's representing the British Virgin Islands with his hot track, Warming Up.
Whining queen of the soca, Lord, she warming up. Hey, check on out, winding up the body, warming up. Hey, check on out, bouncing up the body, warming up. Hey, check on out, winding up the body, warming up. Hey, check on out, bouncing up the bam bam. Head, shoulder, knees, move over, let her breathe. She ain't nothing easy, so get ready for the teacher. Lights done flick for the camera, crowd of people front and center. The video man not shaking enough, he ain't seen none yet. She only warming up. Hey, check on out, winding up the body, warming up. Hey, check on out, bouncing up the body, warming up. Hey, check on out, winding up the body, warming up. Hey,
You are now listening to Steva Jay's playlist.
she need is soca. She don't need no hope now. When she start to broke it down, the whole party turn over. One look to the left like ready. Backside nice and heavy. Bounce it. She just stick. Oh, girl keep on warming up. Hey, check on out, winding up the body, warming up. Hey, check on out, bouncing up the body.
You are now listening to Steva Jay's playlist. Only the biggest and hottest tunes. Up next, I'm very proud to say this one. Up next, we have Team Tension. Team Tension is a young trending team of artists that are large on the social media, but they still mash up any party. Representing from my island, St. Lucia, here's Team Tension's Sneaky Link.
Oh, my sneaky link. Hey, baby. My sneaky link. Hi, my sneaky link. Yo, boyfriend. Hello, my sneaky link. Hey, baby. My sneaky link. Hi, my sneaky link. Tension. 1 room for 2. Just me and you. In a private villa too. Cause you my sneaky link for true. My sneaky link. My sneaky link. I want you to be my sneaky link. My sneaky link. My sneaky link. I want you to be my sneaky link. Hello, my sneaky link. Hey, baby. My sneaky link. Hi, my sneaky link. Yo, boyfriend. Hello, my sneaky link. Hey, baby. My sneaky link. Hi, my sneaky link. Tension.
You know my tongue game is strong. You know you love the back shot. How you living that? How you living that? You know my tongue game is strong. You know you love the back
Up next, we have Lyrical, spelled Lyrikal. This is one of the hottest and most consistent artists out here right now. He has hits after hits like Fet Cat Over and Ruction. So here is Lyrical with Happy Place.
happy place in my life if you live in there. I'm at a happy place in my life, and it can't change. No way. And I just come out here to do right. So whether day or night, I will never ever change. I'm at a happy place everywhere I go. I'm at a happy place, never ever change. I'm at a happy place everywhere I go.
You are now listening to Steva Jay's playlist.
It's just a love, it's just a vibes on the ends. And when you see me rocking by myself, tell them it's no false pretense, so me tell them. And when you see the liquor in me head, me live me life like it's no problem. And anybody who fight with me, tell them me only a love for them. That's why I will never ever change. I'm a happy place everywhere I go. I'm a happy place, never ever change. I'm a happy place everywhere I go. I'm a happy place. I smile at day, keep the vibes away, and I smile at day, keep bad vibes away. pass away, that's why I will never ever change. I'm a happiness.
You are now listening to Steva Jay's playlist. Only the biggest and hottest tunes.
Everywhere I go, I'm a dance. So take a bounce to the rhythm, jump to the rhythm, every vibes to the rhythm, wine to the rhythm, we go pump.
Thank you for keeping it locked in on Steva Jay's playlist. Up next, we have an interview, a very special interview from one of our friends over in St. Vincent. Hello.
Hello.
There you are. Could you please go ahead and introduce yourself to our listeners?
My name is Sean Frederick, affectionately known as Manage. I am from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I reside in the Edinburgh community, but I am originally from the Upper Middle Street Long Wall community. That's my roots. My extended roots is from Baga, Blackfish community, Barley. That's where my mother and grandmother is from. But I currently live in Kingstown, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the Caribbean you've been looking for.
All right, Sean, thank you so much for that. So listen, full history there, he can't get lost. Do you enjoy soca music?
I absolutely enjoy soca music, raga soca music to be specific. I have studied music. I admire calypso. I admire the different genres in calypso, and I really, really love soca music, and especially Vincentian soca music. One of my favorite female artists in the soca industry is Destra Garcia, and male definitely Hans, and there's a young man by the name of Scorpion. I've always been intrigued by the work of Bomani as well. But there's so many other persons out there.
What is the baddest soca track you know?
The baddest soca track, I think the baddest soca track for me is I really, really love Turn Me On by Kevin Little. But for the longest time you're jamming in the party, and you're whining on me, pushing everything right back on top of me, yeah, yeah. If you think you're gonna get away from me, you better change your mind. You're going home with me tonight. Let me hold you, go caress your body. You got me going crazy, turn me on, turn me on. Hey, hey, hey.
Oh yeah. Well, yes. It's a big dancehall song, Dance out alongside Kevin Little. You know what it is. You know how we go. You know.
For the longest while we're jamming in the party, and you're whining on me, pushing everything right back on top of me, yeah. But if you think you're gonna
Yeah, big up Kevin Little. That song is absolutely amazing. And there's another one as well, Beckett, Teaser. Girl, you ain't nothing but a teaser.
Hey, what is this, boy?
A dirty, dirty
Sean,
teaser.
take over.
I love the way you dance the soca, but you ain't nothing but a teaser.
Run the track. You nothing but a teaser.
But when I ask you for your number, you have a negative answer. Girl, you ain't nothing but a teaser, a dirty, dirty teaser. I love the way you dance the soca, but you ain't nothing but a teaser.
Okay, so from a cultural standpoint, how do you think soca music affects the people of St. Vincent?
Definitely, soca music definitely has a big impact on the Vincentian community. You would be amazed to see thousands of persons flock to Victoria Park or any venue for that matter to hear their favorite soca artists. Soca music, in terms of the way it is structured, I think is unique to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, because we have a style in our raga soca, for example, that we do, that some of our writers and performers have compared to other artists in the region. That is, for example, we sing a little bit more poetic. So we talk about seed on the leaf, but in the eye. Anaconda. small pain in the stroke hard.
Just one look, she say that thing too small. But when she feel the choke, Elizabeth start to ball. Small pain the stroke hard.
And a lot of metaphors and double entendres in the way the writing skills of our artists is very, very amazing. In the raga soca, it isn't, apart from poetry, it has a lot of folk element to it, storytelling element to it, and that to me stands Vincentian poetry. Sorry, Vincentian soca compared to that of the region. It's very, very unique.
What is one thing you would like to share about the history and origins of soca music?
I think for us is the breaking through the international art form of soca music representing St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And the origin of the music in our part started with people like Scorcher and Beckett, and you know, there are others. Alison Beckett Cyrus has just been awarded a doctorate from the University of the West Indies. Their contribution to the art form spans over 40-50 years, and their contribution to the music, the soca music in the region and the world, has impacted how other artists were able to also break through, like Marshall Montano and those festival bands from across the region in the international art form. The music in terms of the 90s, when Raga Soca first came on the scene, singing about a car, making that a car calling the car a skettle, vroom vroom skettle coming, has been like the breakthrough. There's also another song by a young man by the name of Madzat, who sang about the social, almost what Post might put in the category of calypso, but the hook in the song talked about this one is about poor people. And it has always resonated with us as Vincentian history, and I think Madzad made one of his better presentations coming out in that song. You know, there's also Bumani who sang about soca, explaining what soca is, bringing it into this life form, talking about I am soca. So I think the history of soca, especially raga soca in St. Vincent, is very grounded in terms of how we're able to fuse the Jamaican aspect with the Caribbean aspect and make it our own as a Vincentian unique presentation or genre.
The national dish of St. Vincent is roasted breadfruits and fried jackfish. In your experience, what are other dishes people from St. Vincent enjoy?
Well, Vincentians really love the fried food, I must say that. So chicken and chips and fried chicken, especially when they're out at events. But if you put that in front of boiling, Vincentians really, really love a boiled down of wild meat, or if they want to do mutton or goat or any other thing, fish. Vincentians too, especially the older folks, love their fish. Vincentian has starch, the cassava. The starch is made from the cassava, and we've made something that we call fungi that has been a part of our history for a very long time, but because of the scarcity of that, is not necessarily a wrong. But we love our growing provision, and we fish. I think for a lot of Vincentians as well, pilau. Pilau is one of those foods that always stand out. But for me, it's my favorite. I really love a Vincentian pilau. You understand?
So tell me about the sunset rum there.
Tell you about the sunset rum. I could tell you about the sunset here in St. Vincent, but about the rum. But I used to drink a lot of sunset rum when I was much younger. Some people may say that's unfortunate, but I think being able to chase the rum, because it's very, very strong, it's once you're able to master that, you can actually enjoy the sunset rum like any other rum in terms of mixing. So you must be able. A lot of persons drink it with water, and so that they don't get intoxicated pretty fast, while some people chase with different things. For example, some people do the steel bottom, what they call with the Highroom Bear or Carib Bear, that and the rum, or some people actually just does one of those high soft drinks, or just chase it with a Coke or something like that. But I love the strong rum. I call it just the rum and Coke for me. Or I'll just do some ginger ale. But the strong rum is very, very strong rum. It's from the bowels of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Its location is adjacent to our Last Soufriere volcano, and it's right there. And coming from one of our first town, the Georgetown community, we hold very dear to us our strong rum, our Vinci strong rum.
So when visiting St. Vincent, what and where do you recommend for entertainment and adventure and food? Let's not forget the food.
For anybody coming to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, my number one time to invite them, or times to invite them, will definitely be around Carnival or 9 mornings. But we have some of the best sailing waters in the world. Absolutely stunning and beautiful, breathtaking. St. Vincent and the Grenadines is amazingly beautiful, and I think it's unspoiled. The Grenadines, it's just But in St. Vincent, I prefer to drive on the windward, but I love the view on the leeward side. Just looking at the mountains and the landscape is just breathtaking. If you come to St. Vincent and the Grenadines around 9 mornings time, you are going to be intrigued or experiencing a tradition like no other. It's over 100 years old. It's called 9 mornings. We celebrate 9 mornings before Christmas. You know, we go sightseeing, sea bathing, bicycle riding, we sing carols, we have our sports, different traditional sports in the streets of Kingstown and other parts. Almost every single community celebrates our 9 mornings. It's one of those traditions that hundreds of people wake up at 4. Thousands of people wake up at 4 a.m. and partake in these activities for 3 or 4 hours. It's one of those times that people just love to come out and with family and just have fun, clean fun. Our performers in the gospel and secular arena as well come out, and they're able to perform and showcase their talent. Dancers, poets, actors, everyone puts their work on stage, and it's an amazing time to come to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's the best Christmas time in the world. You would also get to experience our black cake that's made also with the strong rum or black wine, because some people like to soak it, and it's one of those traditions that everybody just loves. The ham, loves to cook up the ham, bake, change their curtains, turn around their homes, invite everyone in, serenading house to house and enjoying an amazing Christmas with carols and so on. And churchgoers definitely love to invite persons to church. I think it's one of the times all of the churches are full. No joke, no pun intended. But the entertainment value around our Easter time and Carnival, and of course a Christmas festival, is extremely high. That's where all of our Vincentian talents come out. The Grenadines is a place to be, especially around Easter, because it's the activities are really centered around the sand and sea, basically. Yeah.
So Sean, St. Vincent recently experienced a tragedy. The volcano erupted amidst COVID, which could not have possibly been a great experience for the inhabitants on the island. Being on ground, how would you say Vincentians are coping?
The people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines are very resilient people and have always been tested and tried by disasters.
I know you're feeling pain. But trust me, my friend, things go nice again, it must again. Good vibes is the aim, yes, it is the aim. You know what I'm saying? Soca music must make we unite again.
But specifically, the eruption of the Last Soufriere volcano, April of last year, attempted to dent the very spirit, and that tested the resilience again of who we are as a Vincentian people, or Hairuna, or Yume. We suffered a triple threat since 2020, beginning late 2019 of the corona pandemic. Also dengue fever, and of course the eruption of Last Soufriere. Apart from the first responders and those people who did not suffer the direct effect of last refrain, we were out and about helping to put in place systems and to look out for those persons who were directly affected, especially those persons north of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Our regional comrades and family from St. Lucia, Grenada, Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, Antigua, Grenada was en route to send every help that they could, water, food and other resources to help us, their loved neighbor. We also received international support, and months after that, a number of agencies, including civil society organizations, sent whatever they can. One of our biggest support as well also came from Vincentians living in the diaspora. Apart from those things that I just mentioned, the unity and love of the people during and cooperation of the people during the pandemic, having to move thousands, close to 20,000 persons out of the red zone, affected zones, into the green zone, have showed that we are not just resilient, but we are a loved, blessed people. And with that, I think that over the past couple of months that we have been doing what is necessary to help to bring us back to that place. Those who are directly affected and can't go back to their original homes have been given a number of support and to start new lives. You understand? And quite a number of persons too who have said that they won't go back to that area because of the psychological impact have started a new journey with their family, whether it be work, school, or just to reside in a new community in the country. So I would say without a doubt that the people who was affected by the triple threat of dengue, coronavirus, and of course the large one, we have been recovering quite well, and very soon we'll find what is necessary to heal. And of course,
Okay, so Sean, thank you so much for joining us here. You have been an awesome interviewee. Is there anyone you would like to shout out?
I would like to shout out, St. Vincent and Grenadines in general, everyone out there who will get to hear this interview. My pal Rush from Soca Nation, you, Diego, and everyone else. Big up, Vinci, you don't know.
You are now listening to Steva Jay's playlist. We just finished an interview with Sean Frederick from St. Vincent. Well, this show would not be completed without Steva Jay's playlist. Right? So up next, and again, our featured island is St. Vincent. So all of the music from Steva Jay's playlist, all of the music on Steva Jay's playlist would be from St. Vincent and from featuring artists as well. Okay, so up first we have Skinny Fabulous, who is one of the biggest Vinci artists to the world. Here is Skinny Fabulous with his hit song Up and Up. You are now listening to Steva Jay's playlist. Listening to Steva Jay's playlist. Only the biggest and hottest tunes.
Make everybody witness on the road with a band that big, and the girls waistline just gifted. One things we know what people business, and if I put them out now quick, around here we don't support no mischief. 'Cause it's party time, we can't miss this. Boom, no choice how we say, but we want rum. Up in here, they back we too chill while we calm down. Up in here, we not going to live till it's all done. Up in here, find a girl and come 'cause we want one. And we hands go up and up and up, up and up, up and up. When you see we hands go up and up, up and
have Jamesy P. Nookie.
Outer road we are look now.
You are now listening to Steva Jay's playlist.
Now we must find a nook to go get liquor joke now.
Right now, man, they're on the prowling style. You must find a girl to carry home. I went not John Hill. Trust me. Tonight I did on the hunting. All over town I am searching. Somehow I must take home something. Good lad. Tonight I must pick a pumpkin. I looking some nookie tonight. I want me some nookie tonight. I looking some nookie tonight. Just a little nookie tonight. I looking a nookie. I'm fat sexy nookie. I looking a nookie. One way full of glammy. I looking a nookie. One to satisfy me. I looking a nookie. And I don't care what it costs me. I looking some nookie tonight. I want me some nookie tonight. I looking a nookie tonight. I looking some nookie tonight.
This next artist is one of Soca's finest writers, recording and performing artists. His name is... Drumroll, please. Up next, we have Problem Child with Nasty Up.
Strange behavior. Crazy people. Powder and flour in the air. Mess it up, dirty up. Oh yeah. What's that? Crazy people jumping up in the van. All kind of different things they have in their
You are now listening to Steva Jay's playlist.
Carrying on like them is some hooligan. We gon' mash up everything like we have insurance. And tear down everything like we have insurance. We gon' shell out
You are now listening to Steva Jay's playlist. Only the biggest and hottest
We
tunes.
gon' mash it up on my back. Tear down and build back. Mash it up on my back. Tear down and build back. We gon' mash it up on my back. Tear down and build back. Mash it up on my back. Break it down like brother. Yes, make a mess in the place. We don't have no behavior. Yes, that do not see the place. Fuck it up with the powder. Yes, make a mess in the place. We don't have no behavior. Yes, that do not see the place. Anywhere we go, the place nasty up, dirty up. We gon' fuck it up. Try with the powder. Anywhere we go, the place nasty up, dirty up. We gon' fuck it up.
This next duo has appeared on my list for the past 3 episodes. It has appeared on my list for the past 3 episodes when we covered St. Lucia, when we covered Grenada. Oh wait, this is episode 3. So this duo has appeared on my list for the last 2 episodes. And they continue to make their name around the Caribbean and the rest of the world. Big respects to Chow Minister and Sura in the water.
In the water, 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 in the water.
Now knock, 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 knock. No wet, don't Charlie wet, don't Charlie wet, don't Charlie wet, don't Charlie. Wet my chest, wet my head.
You are now listening to Steva Jay's playlist.
No wet me to foot dog, wet my chest, wet my head. No wet me to foot dog, wet my chest, wet my head. No wet me to foot dog.
In the water, 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 in the water.
You are now listening to Steva Jay's playlist.
Fellas come in the wet.
Only the biggest and hottest
Fellas come in
tunes.
the wet and find the hose. Now turn them on. Turn all the hose them on. Turn all the
Wet
hose
my
them.
chest, wet my head. No wet me to foot dog, wet my chest, wet my head. No wet me to foot dog, wet my chest, wet my head. No wet me to foot dog, wet my chest, wet my head. No wet me to foot dog.
In the water, 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 in the water.
next, we have one of the biggest and most beloved artists to the locals of St. Vincent. He has won Soca Monarch and Road Match 10 times or more. He currently holds the Soca Monarch title for 2022. I am speaking of no one other than Fireman Hooper with his song Bad Demon.
Let me out, just let me out. Let me out, just let me out. Come in about let me out of the pen. We going crazy again. Let me out of the pen. We going crazy again. Ah, where do you? Me lose a screw. Ah, where do you? Me lose a screw. Let me out of the pen. We going crazy again. Let me out of the pen.
You are now listening to Steva Jay's playlist. Steva Jay's playlist. Only the biggest and hottest tunes.
All over the country looking for me. There's only Fireman who could set them free. The COVID and volcano, they had we bad. The people them so stressed out, they going mad. I send for me gong, I sing them a song. They all on the ground, like they having fun. The place start to shake, just like an earthquake. I cast them a spell before they escape. Let me out of the pen, we going crazy again. Let me out of the pen, we going crazy again. Ah, where do you? Me lose a screw. Ah, where do you? Me lose a screw. Let me out of the pen, we going crazy again. Let me out of the pen, we going crazy again. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out this year.
Up next, we have Dynamite, Brave.
When we touching at the place, we now wash the face. Everything it have be sell out. We have liquor by the case. Tell them rolling bumper, man them whining panda. Everything turn up, whole place I go burn up. Shell it down, shell. Shell it down, shell. So the girl them do it real easy, simple, believe me. Shell it down, shell. Shell it down, shell. So the girl them do it real easy. Waistline spin like CD. Every fret tip mash up. Bumpers over the dash up.
You are now listening to Steva Jay's playlist.
Rock them up in the air. Liquor in my system. So me I kill them. So me I lick them. Brave. You wanna know how we do it? Brave. Let me tell you how we do it. Brave. You wanna know how we do it? Brave. Now everybody start with.
You are now listening to Steva Jay's playlist. Only the biggest and hottest tunes.
Everything nice, everything far. Girl I fling down waist, and I bring down place. Like ching chong waist, ching chong down place. Shell it down, shell. Shell it down, shell. So the girl them do it real easy, simple, believe me. Shell it down, shell. Shell it down, shell. So the girl them do it real easy. Waistline spin like CD. Fly down for your nice style. We are do it in a fine style. Everything it a go slap way. From Saturday to Saturday. Bend over, girl, chat there. So me a go lock it. AK automatic. Man a kick like rocket. Up in your docket. Exclusive shock it. Me a beat and knock it. Brave. You wanna know how we do it? Brave. Let me tell you how we do it. Brave. You wanna know how we do it? Brave. Now everybody start with. Brave. You wanna know how we do it? Brave.
This next one, listen, I love saying this. This is like my catchphrase. This one right here is my catchphrase. Our artiste is none other than Fimba. And of course, you know the song I'm talking about. Mind your funky business.
Them just study people business, study people business, study people business. So, well, I don't care what people wanna say. Them will talk you any time of day. Hey, you do good, them talking you. You do bad, them talking you. Them never have nothing good to say. Them ask the most questions. Where you from? Where you going? Who are your mother? When last you been home? Mind your funky business. Mind your funky business. Leave me alone. When you see me, leave me alone. Hey, mind your funky business. Mind your funky business. Just leave me alone. When you see me, leave me alone.
You are now listening to Steva Jay's playlist.
Any boy for bed, right?
Here we go. When you see me liming, don't ask me nothing. The interrogation start. You want know me whole life story. Oh, you look good so. Long time in a see you. Where you had for dinner? Chicken back. I hear she sister brain. Be a married man. How you know that? Come mess man. Mind your funky business.
You are now listening to Steva Jay's playlist. Only the biggest and hottest tunes.
Mind your funky business. Just leave me alone. When I say me, leave me alone. Hey.
Up next, we have a song from Fire Empress. Fun fact, this song was actually produced by a St. Lucian. So, if you know yourself, big you up, man. Big you up. So, here is Fire Empress with Rum Please.
Hey. Tell them what you want. When the big truck passing and the hot sun burning, tell them what you want. Hey, when the women whining and the man them grinding, yeah why? 5 million coming down, so setting we head and we going strong. 1 5 1 blood, 1 rhythm and we head and we singing song. Take a look to the left, to the right, then watch your partner in the face. What you want? Tell them what you want. Tell them what you want. Tell them what you want. Pass me a drink of your rum. A drink of your rum. A drink of your rum. Hey. Pass me a drink of your rum. A drink of your rum. A drink of your rum. Me put on fire, fire. Me hand on fire, fire. Me chest on fire, fire. Me rum on fire, fire. Me put on fire.
You are now listening to Steva Jay's playlist.
It could be a pity, it could be a bottle. Me head getting busy, we looking for trouble. It could be a pity, it could be a bottle. Me head getting busy, we looking for trouble. Hey, pass me a drink of your rum, a drink of your rum, a drink of your rum. Tell them what you want. Hey, when you're ready to party and you feeling thirsty, tell them what you want. No. When you feel the tempo and you want to let go, yeah, why? We whining low, yes, we getting down. Hey, 10,000 trampling on the ground. Hey, one love, one energy. All these songs that you handle, we to the left.
You are now listening to Steva Jay's playlist.
Tell them what you want.
Only the biggest and hottest tunes.
A drink of your rum, a drink of your rum. Pass me a drink of your rum.
Okay, so guys, if you happen to enjoy Steva Jay's playlist just as much as Steva Jay, you can go over to YouTube. You just type in Steva Jay's playlist. You type in the featured island and you will get the specific playlist, okay? Up next, we have Shiwali with his song, Rummist. Cause I'm a rummist.
Fuck me drinking rum. Rum. Fuck me drinking rum. Rum. 4th dimension. Hey. When I step inside a fete, just give me a sunset. Rum the best spirit. Nothing can compare to it. Rum brings me to life, and it makes me feel a vibe. I'm not telling you no lie, I could drink all day and drink all night. When I rum in on me head, that is when I mash up
Walling out until I wait, and I'm never out of breath. When I run in on me head, that is when I mash a fit. So when you see me drinking, don't tell me nothing, cause I'm a rummy. I drinking me rum until I fall down.
You are now listening to Steva Jay's playlist.
I love feeling heat, strong on me so sweet. Just give me another bottle, bartender, don't hold it back. Just give me a half bottle, bartender, don't hold it back. Just give me a quart bottle, bartender, don't hold it back. Once I in the crease, no sir, I'm not holding back. Hey, what I really love bottom, it gives me the sweetest drunk. I don't order two more wrongs before I beat this one. I don't care what people say, I think in rum every day. Rum is always on my brain, and they calling out me name. When I rum in on me head, that is when I mash up fit. Walling out until I wait, and I'm never out of breath. When I rum in on me head, that is when I mash up fit. So when you see me drinking, don't tell me nothing, cause I'm a rummy.
My name is Steva Jay, and I approve this message. Up next, we have Kemi. Kemi took road march for 2022 with D-Call.
Yo, you see when them beats start buzzing, it's a different thing. Mass up, oi, oi, oi. Dicey call, dicey call, dicey call, dicey call, dicey call, dicey call. Only fire brigade, tell them fire go blaze. Jumpy come on the grave, tell them hella go raise. Commissioner me no afraid, send the place in a rage. Break down all of the stage, make we get in a rage. Them people say we crazy, tired and no lazy. Some man acting shady, them Vincy man grimy. Anything we break down, anything we tear down. If they try to stop we, up in the stadium. People say that we shopping. We jumping up cause we have no class. We don't have no class. People say we don't have no sense. We don't have no sense. But this is how we display we mass.
You are now listening to Steva Jay's playlist. Next, we have Mad King with Staff.
Genie. I don't want to get like a nah, never. I want them harder. Hard. 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 Yeah. Walk up. Walk up. Walk up. You like shit when I say. Hey. Hey. Ben. 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 Hey. I say man when I wine pan girl, you know I damage waistline. What's when I drink and you know me back prime. Sweat man sweating, bumper can't rule me. But me hands rock she like a coconut tree. This girl come to me, then she bend over. She friend look and see, and she run over. Think they could damage me, I could have raped two machines. But if you and your friend think I soft, let me stop, let me stop, let me stop, let me stop. You feel like soft? Let me stop, let me stop, let me stop, let me stop. Straight off the strap. Let me stop. Girl, walk up on the staff. Walk up on the staff. Wind up on the staff. Wind up on the staff. Bend over for the staff. Walk up on the staff. Hey, let me stop. Girl, let me stop.
Up next, we have Magical. Did you know that Magical is the youngest Vincy artist to take Power Soca Monarch? He won this crown with his hit song, Bloody Hell Crazy.
Particle. Prove it. Move. My God, to find England coming down into Vinceland. Telling me he coming for the mass, he coming to jam. Boy, ready to wreck the place, ready to drop a bomb. So I take him to every vet, they keep ready in the land. Boy, turn him to conscious, yo, the girl and them a call him. Why? Turn him to only one, this is pure bacchanal. Mass, when you reach in the top, everybody a push. Fire with a Megan, this was my cause response. These people bloody hell crazy, they bloody hell mad. Oh Lord, they bloody hell crazy, they bloody hell mad. 50 people bloody hell crazy, they bloody hell mad. And these people bloody hell crazy, they bloody hell mad. Walk down the gate.
are now listening to Steva Jay's playlist.
The bloody hell mad. These people bloody hell crazy. The bloody hell mad.
Up next, we have an artist who is seen as the Raga Soca symbol of SVG. He has walked away with 4 Junior Soca and 2 Raga Soca Monarch crowns. Here is Hans John with Deja Vu.
Party nice again. The liquor gone through my brain. This feeling I can't explain. I know they gon' call me name. It feels like I've been here before, and I did this before. Deja vu, deja vu. It feels like I've been here before, and I did this before. Deja vu, deja vu. Hey. And if you see how she whining, and if you see how she whining, temperature keep rising, temperature keep rising. I say I love in this feeling, yes I love in this feeling. Only time we reveal it, only time we reveal it. Good Lord, when you whine and go down and you fling it on the ground, when you whine and go down, girl. And when you whine and go down and you fling it on the ground, when you whine and go down, girl. And when you whine and come up and you start back it up, and you whine and come up, girl. And when you whine and come up and you start back it up, and you whine and come up, girl. It feels like I've been here before, and I did this before. Deja vu, deja vu. It feels like I've been here before, and I did this before. Deja vu, deja vu. Hey. Look all my friends them around now. What's shoveling tongue now? We came here to get down. We gonna have fun. All a gal and wine, wine. All a gal.
Hey, I love the sound, you know. Pew, pew, pew. Okay, up next we have Dose Up with Pew Pew.
I'm living proof aliens exist. You see? In the people wet set, they don't know that is a movie. All the girl them wet down like they in a jacuzzi. My water gun is a Uzi. Wet the front, the back and the boobie. Bad and bougie, black and coolie. Winding up, they know we unruly. Spaceship land don't know where I reach. All the girl them wet, wavy like on a beach. They winding on me and jamming on them, they wet in the crease. Alien in the building and I know what they need. Running there with a water gun and spray, 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 spray. Get them lubricated. Carnival again now, who could stop if I'm going crazy? You are the water gun, super soca baby. Running there with a water gun and spray, 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 spray. Alien invading. Carnival again now, who could stop if I'm going crazy? You are the water gun, super soca baby. Water gun they in here so lift it up like a Draco. When the girl them they wet down, they winding up like a window. The juve don't care about rainbow, the wet fat don't care about raincoat. We jamming the young with the wrinkle. Hey, 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 we nobody know better than, we nobody know better than. She ain't love for the crazy man, she ain't love for the alien. We nobody know better than, we nobody.
And finally, this song was dedicated to St. Vincent during the trying times of COVID-19 and the volcanic explosion. So here is Wetty Beats with Ting Go Nice Again.
I know you're feeling pain. But trust me, my friend, things go nice again, it must again. Good vibes is the aim, yes, it is the aim. You know what I'm saying? Soca music must make we unite again. Cause we on lockdown, no road, no mask to drink rum. Who don't like the feeling to see when the gal them go down? I want you to take time, I want you to sit down. I want you remember, we all are we came from. Cause right now I'm on the liquor and Bazole. And if you feeling the same, come now and follow me. Cause I'm on top, yeah, I'm on top. And I don't want to come down, I don't want to stop. Cause thing go nice again. When I'm with my friends, we go party and never stop till we end up all in a game. It could be the same, so don't you complain. If you have plenty woman and soca party, must come and shop again. I'm in a zone, feeling like a rock star. When you see the women here like a guitar, make you leave me alone. I'm in a zone, feeling like a rock star. When you see the women here like a guitar, make you leave me alone. I want to go home, but they want me stay home, want me stay on my phone by myself all alone. I miss the vibe, yeah, I really miss the
All right, so guys, just a little bit of information for you here. If there is an artist you would like to have recognized, a hot track you would like to hear on Steva Jay's playlist, follow Steva Jay Voice on Instagram. Like, comment, and tag Steva Jay Voice, your artist, and the radio station you are listening in from. Steva Jay's playlist is powered by DS Imaging for all your multimedia and marketing solutions. All right, so guys, thank you so very much for joining me on this episode of Steva Jay's playlist. I really hope you enjoyed the time as much as I did. Please keep safe, have fun, listen to Soca. Steva Jay out.